And a difficult topic, a topic that most people don't like to touch on, that I'm looking at totally different. And then it depends on, again, your definition of the word church.
Yeah,
And this topic is tithes. That's a touchy subject that most people don't like to.
women, according to the reverend now, according to the pastor, 10% of your earnings, you need to bring it to me. You need to put it in the church. Okay, once they get in the church, where it goes to? Okay, building funds. Okay, what else it goes to? Look, we're not gonna get off into that. Not right now.
No, no, see, because again, the way that you're using the word church, you're pertaining it to the building,
Right.
and you're saying bring 10% to the building. The way that I define the church, if I'm the church, I bring 10% to me.
And
If
and, and
I am the church, and most people say that, they would say, hey, I'm going to church, but no, really, the church is the people. So if I'm the people, I should be tithing to me 10%. And financial literacy teaches that. Financial literacy teaches you that, hey, pay yourself first.
Mhm.
And it says, how much should you pay yourself? 10%. Now, I don't know if that's a biblical principle that's being taught in financial literacy, but that is something that financial literacy tells you. Hey, before you do anything, learn to pay yourself first. So when I look at that as because of my definition of the word church, I pay myself first. Now think about it like this here, like tithing. If you look at yourself as the church and you tithe yourself 10% of your earnings, you yourself, tithe your talents 10%. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
In your and tithe 10% of your time back to yourself.
Mhm.
To me, that sounds like personal growth.
Okay.
And we teach that to our kids and teach them to leadership. You have a thing that's called personal development and personal growth. So now just think about this: 10% of your time. If you give yourself 10% of your time, that's 24 hours in a day. 10% of 24 hours is like 2.4 hours.
Right.
So you take 2.4 hours a day and do some personal development. Invest in yourself.
Mhm.
If you was to do that on a daily basis, how much more prepared and developed you will be just throughout the course of your life. And you invest whatever your talents are. If your talents is to be a preacher, your talent is to be a teacher, your talent is whatever that is, and you take 10% of that time to develop that talent. And then your treasures, you take 10% of your treasures and give back to yourself every pay period.
So there is nothing going to the church.
Yes, it is
They
going
go.
to the
You go.
church.
No.
It's going to me.
Right.
I'm the
You are the
church.
church. Okay.
Exactly. So, but now
Okay.
when it gets over, if we're going to just talk about tithing, and if I'm the church, if I use those principles and I practice those principles, now when it gets to the New Testament and it tells me to give, I got it to give. I got time to give. I got treasures to give. I
Okay.
got I got so much more to give because now I've been practicing giving it to myself. So now I'm not going to give it grudgingly. I'm not going to give it sparingly, and I'm not giving it out of necessity because I've been giving it and I've been putting it away. I make $100, I put away 10. I make $1, I put away 10 cents. I make $1,000, I put away $100. Now think about if I'm practicing that from when I turn an adult to the age I am now, how much money do I have in order to give to the needy, give back to the book
Okay.
building in which we go and worship?
Now you
So
just hit.
now, and then I teach my kid that same principle, and my kid teaches her kids those same principles. We're generating generational wealth simply because we're taking the principle of just giving to the church,
Mhm.
which is me.
Right.